Welcome to Access, my name is Nathan and I'm here to talk to you about PlayStation VR. PlayStation's virtual reality headset now boasts a huge lineup of games, and with the new starter pack bundle, look, there it is, being caressed by Rob. There's never been a better time to get involved. With that in mind, here is our list of 7 essential things you really should do in PlayStation VR and the amazing games that let you do them. Ready? Let's go! Entry number 1, Shoot Some Things. Or more specifically, Shoot Some Things Volume 1. PlayStation VR's immersive tech lends itself beautifully to a very particular type of shooting, one marked by sensory overload, flow states, and intuitive rhythmic gameplay. We're thinking here of Llamasoft's masterful psychedelic trip Polybius, the neon trance of updated classic Res Infinite, and the blistering, twitchy speed of Rhythm Hellscape Thumper, which is so good we've included it even though it doesn't involve shooting. Mostly though, we're thinking of Superhot VR, the specially tailored to virtual reality version of the innovative time-squeezing shooter. In Superhot, time stops when you stop, allowing you to plot moves and conjure chaos in bursts of dashing, smashing and firing. Combine this with VR, so now every dodge, duck and desperate reach is actually your own, and you have something truly, completely essential. Join us later for Shoot Some Things Volume 2, but right now, Dave is going to explain how PlayStation VR can boldly go to galaxies far, far away. Dave, engage.
Entry number 2 in our list of essential things to do in PSVR is command a Starship, and the reason for Nath's painfully mixed metaphor is that this involves both trekking and warsing amongst the stars. The Star Wars Battlefront Rogue One VR mission is a free-to-download taster of what it's like to sit in the cockpit of an X-Wing and be allowed to press all the buttons. The mission, which you'll need Battlefront to play, sees you dropping out of hyperspace to defend an important rebel ship. It actually joins up with the events of the movie, but you'll be too distracted by the fact you're actually flying an X-Wing to pay attention. Pro tip, turn the HUD off for the full "I'm in space, I'm in Star Wars, my whole life has led to this moment" effect. And that's just for starters really, because then there's Star Trek Bridge Crew, where you join or lead the crew of the USS Aegis exploring an uncharted sector called the Trench. The co-op mechanics have up to 4 players independently controlling their stations, which come with unique controls and mechanics you have to learn, which is basically like going to Starfleet Academy, and it's up to the captain to coordinate information, give orders, and react to whatever surprises the mission throws at you. It is brilliant, the closest thing you'll ever get to serving on a real starship, of which I should obviously be the captain.
Wait, what?
I am the most qualified to lead.
Why? Because you've seen all of Deep Space Nine? We've all seen Deep Space Nine, David.
And because I'm good under pressure.
Oh, are you? Well, why don't we test that? In our entry number 3, which is Scare Yourself Stupid. PlayStation VR has an extensive lineup of horror titles, all of which benefit from the amplified tension of headset immersion, and luckily, most of which Dave has already tried, like Here They Lie.
Oh God! No, I can't do it!
Until Dawn Rush of Blood.
Oh, what's that? Oh, shut my eyes, I can't do it!
Free to download Resi 7 teaser The Kitchen.
There's a woman thing. Oh God.
And of course, Resident Evil 7 itself.
Rob! Okay!
Officer material right there. Resident Evil 7 is our heartiest recommendation of the bunch if you have the stomach for it, a brilliant return to form for the survival horror giant, which finds fresh ways to tease and terrify its players, and which is playable from start to finish, if you can finish, in PlayStation VR. Alright Dave, I do feel a bit bad about showing that to everybody again.
It's not even like there are any scary kitchen ladies in space. Actually, why aren't we in space?
Because we're doing the next link, which is why you're about to tell me there's a better way of testing how good you are under pressure.
There totally is. And it's entry number 4, solve puzzles or die trying. The unique functions of VR have led to some brilliantly innovative puzzle games. Take Static, in which you wake up in a sinister institute with your hands trapped inside a box. The position of your in-game arms matches your real ones as they hold a DualShock 4, the buttons corresponding to the switches and controls on each new box, which must be manipulated just so in order to progress. Ramping up the stakes, there's the spy movie-inspired escape room sim I Expect You to Die, in which lateral thinking and smart use of your environment are the key to survival. And there's Team Access' personal favourite, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, a frantic co-op scramble to disarm various sophisticated bombs. The caveat being that only the person in the PSVR headset can see the deadly device and has to accurately and quickly describe it to the other players and their big book of instructions to find out how not to get killed.
Oh man, that's a shame. Not least because Dave was excited about the next entry. Rob, could you tell everyone about number 5, please?
Number 5, drive a car. In a way, driving in VR is a lot like real driving, especially when combined with a force feedback steering wheel, except in real life, driving is mostly about going boring places at sensible speeds, while VR driving can be about throwing gleaming supercars around the most famous tracks in the world. Drive Club VR offers a specially retooled standalone version of the gorgeous, weighty, social-focused racer, with over 80 cars available to drive on over 100 tracks. But it's hard to look past the fresh, gleaming glory of Gran Turismo Sport, which offers a one-on-one VR arcade mode in which you can race AI opponents or online friends on any of the game's tracks.
Wait, Dave, you're alive!
Hello!
We're back in space!
We have guns!
Well, that must mean...
That's right! This is entry number 6, Shoot Some Things, Volume 2. Volume 2 is all about the PlayStation VR aim controller, the gun-shaped peripheral with built-in motion sensors and intuitive controls that, to cut a long technical story short, makes firing weapons in compatible games feel amazing. Farpoint is a good example and the reason for us being in space, a first-person shooter in which you and an optional co-op friend venture to a hostile planet and blast your way through an alien army. Also available are the brilliant zombie western survival shooter Arizona Sunshine, stand and shoot wave attack horror The Brookhaven Experiment, and cartoon wildlife wrecker Dick Wild.
You might as well put that away now, Dave.
Huh?
Yeah, things are about to get weird.
How weird?
Like enforced football training prison in a dystopian future weird.
Oh.
Don't look sad, Dave, that just means it's time for entry number 7. The last essential thing to do in VR on our list is enter a dystopian satire of the way we live. Basically, this is an entry stretched to fit what's probably our favourite PlayStation VR game of them all, Headmaster, a genuinely hilarious football heading school which has you aiming for targets and building high scores while the sinister world around you becomes ever more surreal. Luckily, it also fits with one of our other hard to categorise faves, Job Simulator, which, if you haven't played it, imagines a future in which robots have freed mankind from the labours of work. So you visit a museum to find out what doing jobs like office worker and diner chef were like in the olden days. A sly, keenly observed take on the working world and a great way to flip out in the office without anyone ever finding out. This would normally be where we end the video. The title says 7 things and we've already reached number 7, but instead we have our bonus entry. Try some great free stuff like Allumette, a truly incredible short animation about love that you really should just go and watch for yourself already, or the Playroom VR, a suite of mini-games including this Godzilla-style multiplayer monster fight where the player in the headset tries to destroy a city while sounding like this.
You two! No!
There's also the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare Jackal Assault mission, which you don't need the full game to play, and loads of stuff to watch on YouTube, which updated earlier this year to enable PS4 viewers to watch 360-degree content on their PlayStation VR headsets. And that's it, our list of 7 essential things you have to do in PlayStation VR. Let us know in the comments if we've missed out any of your favourites, and we'll see you next time. Say goodbye, Rob.
Goodbye!
Thanks for watching, and if this video has made you want to try PlayStation VR, then there is a tour of major UK cities between now and December. Check out the description for details.